party, it said no broadcast for you. So, and for those of you too young, that's a Seinfeld reference. Look up Soup Nazi. Yeah, yeah, but you know, if you're like in your early 20s, you weren't around for Seinfeld, so. So I had to let them know that it was a where it was from and what to Google. To Google. All right. Yeah, that's. Oh yeah, that's right. Yep. No, it's not that far away, man. It's less than a week. It's less than a week. Just chill. We will probably not be able to guarantee or even invite each other into the servers we're on. I'm gonna try because according to some stuff that I've heard and some stuff that they said in interviews, supposedly once you get into a server, you're able to invite somebody else into the one you're in, like a friend or whatever. So if I can figure out if they allow that in the beta, and if I can figure out how to do it, I'll do that so that we can play together during the beta windows. People, I don't know. I think people are just weird. Like, I know that the majority of people haven't ever done a beta, um, because usually betas are closed, and there is, of course, sometimes where indie games will say it's a beta and it'll have it open all the time, um, where it's more like early access almost. But when I was doing the beta for Battleborn, um, it was certain days, certain hours, and you had to practically log in to the game to check, you know, if you didn't have a Twitter or whatever. Yeah, and so that's basically what the Fallout beta is as well. You know, 76 is that they open up the servers for certain hours during a certain day, and they let you know on Twitter or whatever when it's going on, and then they put it down for a couple of days, you know, a day or two, so that they can try to fix what was seen or what was reported or what was going on. And it's all, people are all like, you know, I paid for this beta. No, 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 you did not pay for the beta. You paid, you pre-ordered, you pre-ordered the game, and if you did it at like EB Games or GameStop or whatever, then then you didn't have to even pay full price. Most places let you pre-order for $5. So, and you can even on the day of release, in some cases you can renege on your pre-order. So, you know, you're not paying for the beta. It's freaking annoying. And then of course people are still bitching about the fact that there's no NPCs. I'm gonna tell you something, because Matty from Mr. Matty Plays, he said this himself. He said that in a recent interview with Pete Hines, when I think it was Eurogamer or something like that asked him whether or not NPCs were ever going to be in 76, he gave an ambiguous answer that leans on the side of yes, but it's a surprise. That's the way Maddie put it in his video, is that we might in the future start seeing the world open up like that. Hey, other Derek. And so it's like, people bitch so much. The only drawback that I saw when Maddie was doing the breakdown of his first yeah, because we're talking about 76 and we're talking about Odyssey, of course, because that's what I'm playing, and I'm in the advanced stages of the game. But what Maddie said when he made a breakdown of the 4 hours that he played the beta, he's like, yeah, there's still some glitches, yeah, there's still some hitches and little frame drops here and there, but it's much improved from the the build he got from the Greenbrier uh, press release. Bye, Derek. And so uh, he's like, oh, I lost my train of thought now. We're talking about NPCs and then Maddie and then oh, he said there's a lot of reading. So that's when I was watching the breakdown, that was the only thing that I thought would be bad for you, because with us playing it, is because you don't read very well. I know. It's just, in the normal Fallout games, you were like skipping over shit. Like you didn't really need to know if he didn't tell you verbally or whatever. So you weren't reading like the story things that you could find on the PCs and just lying around in notes and stuff when you were playing Fallout 4. You told me that yourself, So like, and this is like the overseer stuff is on holotapes. There are holotapes of strangers and whatnot as well, but most of the story content, like little things like I told you about the notes that he found on that house, about the underground, the underworld, you know, all that's written. So like, so that might be a little bit of a problem, for you. Yeah, that's true. No, I want to do. I can't believe I hit the wrong thing again. That happens a lot. Cool. It's the kitty, and you're still able to pet him, and I can't even do that. I like cats in general, man. Yeah.
No, nothing here. To the death. God protect me.
To the pain. Princess Bride. Just in case people don't understand my references. The guy that I was fighting said to the death, and that it, yeah, because Humperdinck, and Wesley in the end of the movie, he's all like to the death, he's like no, to the pain, and he like describes taking his ears off and horrified children's screams, and God, Wesley is so sadistic. I love it. Surprisingly sadistic considering it's a kids movie. Yeah, I've actually tried to read the book because it was made from a book. Um, but I just can't. I try. It's the it's not that book's horrible or anything. It's not. I'm not saying that. It's just that after seeing it, reading it is like really hard to get through because a lot of the stuff is the same. They were really, 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 really close to the book with the movie. Yeah, it makes it really, really hard to wade through though. So that's somebody that's ahead of me in the mercenaries tier. Cool, I found the last of the second tier. I actually met the first tier dude. He's level 50. He's called Icaras, Exekias, the Legend. And it says, in our time, one Mythios was feared above all, forever present, forever undefeated. Age would not dull his edge, nor rust his hammerhead. Behind the legend was a trail of desolation and the eerie silence of death. And he takes less damage from assassinations, and he has a bear companion that he travels with. But the loot that he's got on him is pretty cool. I'm gonna end up like just putting it in storage, but it's called Typhon's Mace, and it's a legendary heavy blunt weapon. No, not at all. Uh, it says Perseus's helmet. That's not a helmet. That's a crown. Whatever, 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 whatever. I'm looking at the people in the second tier to see what loot they've got on them. I'm looking forward to getting this mace or mallet or whatever. It looks like a mace. Um, it's called Mallet of Everlasting Flame. Yeah, it says weapon damage becomes fire damage. And then it's also got a plus 20% fire damage and a plus 15% warrior damage. And a slot to do an engraving on. So I can increase the fire damage even more. But yeah. I'm looking forward to that, but I've got to beat nine people to get to that person. Well, yeah, I will eventually get to it. Right now, today, I warned everybody when I started the first stream. I'm focusing on leveling up my character. Where is it? Okay, it was over there. Leveling up my character because I'm level 45. And I believe 50 is the max. Because once I do that, I don't have to worry about not being able to fight anything in the world. Nothing will be above 50. I've already killed 2 mythical creatures. I killed a Cyclops. You remember that I was telling you about that Forgotten Island, where that one-eyed monster and everything. I thought for sure it was going to be like a sea serpent, right? Because Barnabas told me about it and how it destroyed his ship and crew. Well, it's a Cyclops. And the only way to get there is a side quest. There's a side quest with this guy who thinks he's a god. And he's crazy. He thinks he's a god, but he's got this family disc that's supposed to take him to the home of the gods. So you help him, and then you go to the Forgotten Island, and he gives you the disc to help prove that he is a god and everything. He gets squished by the Cyclops like right off the bat. Like seriously, that's how the Cyclops is introduced. It smashes him with its flat hand like a bug. It's funny as hell. Anyway, and then you fight it. So like I beat the Cyclops, I took out its eye, and it also turned into an orb of energy. Remember the orb that from the future the first like few games they were trying to piece together this orb, the assassins and the Templars teamed up for it. I can't remember. Yeah, it looks like one of those. I've got two of them in my inventory because I also killed the Minotaur. Um, and when I removed its horn, and then it turned into this ball that pulses with energy. Each time I do this, though, each time I end up with the ball and whatever trophy that I collect from the creature, um, it says something whispers. Like when I defeated the Minotaur, it said um, something about giving the power to, or giving the strength to protect us. And it says something. It says something each time you defeat one of the creatures. So far, I've only killed two, and you collect the orb. I think that the orbs are to be able to get, yeah, they're to be able to get into Atlantis. So I have to defeat two more mythical creatures um in order to open or close or whatever the gates of Atlantis. So I'm halfway to finishing the Atlantis thing, but I'm focusing on upgrading upgrading to 50 so that I can have all that stuff. And oh god, okay, so 50 is the max, but that won't max out all of your powers. They've also put in some ancient stele. It's like these standing tablets um, in tombs around the world. And when you go in there and you look at it, you interact with it, it'll give you a ability point. So I don't know if this is going to be like this in Origins as well, because I didn't get a chance to really focus on playing in Origins. I didn't really get very far. But I think they made it so that you have to be you can't just get ungodly and max out everything, which is kind of right. So I've put the most points into the warrior branch of things, but second place is assassin, and then third is hunter. But I haven't been putting any points into anything that I have found is actually detrimental to my health, or I'm just not going to use. No, don't get me wrong, I assassinate hardcore, but I'm not going to use the slow time ability. I'm not going to use the single strike hero strike. I'm not going to be using the call to arms, which summons lieutenant to distract your enemy. I'm not going to use any of that, so I didn't put any points in those. It's just like I've only put 1 point into Sparta Kick because I've discovered that that the guy was right. Ring of Chaos is better. It's not. It's for me it is, because sometimes I'll end up being surrounded by like 4 or 5 guys, and then you can just hit Ring of Chaos and it it does a shocking blast that stuns people in maxed out at 7 meters around me, and it's so strong now that it actually physically pushes them away as well. And so that's more useful to me. It's just like the since I'm playing against Athens for the most part, and there's shields everywhere, dude. Like everybody uses shields. So shield breaker is maxed out. So now not only can I like grab it and hit them with it, but it explodes and damages enemies nearby and blasts everybody back from me too. And then I maxed out the overpower attacks because, oh my god, dude, it's massively useful. I killed the Minotaur with doing 2 of them in a row. Because it takes three full adrenaline. So you have to have at least, I had 6 no, I had 7 adrenaline, and I went boom 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 boom, and then I went boom 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 boom, and he was dead. I had like whittled him down, but I was getting frustrated, and so I just said, okay, fuck it. And I went bum 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 bum, and he was dead. And then I have the battle cry of Ares, and that's fully upgraded. So I get to attack 50% more damage and for 20 seconds, and all enemy attacks are non-lethal, and every hit received boosts my attack damage. So you just go wading in and not dodging, not protecting yourself unless you're low on health. You just like, go wading in, and every time they smack you, whether it's with arrows or something else, you're suddenly more deadly. It's like it's a berserker rage that gets worse. And then I just recently put a point into Beastmaster, and so now I can team. If I knock out wolves, are they in the hallway? That's alright. But with Beastmaster, I can start taming wild animals. Right now it's just wolves, but the next upgrade will make it so that I can do leopards, lions, or lynx, and I think the last one will be bears. No, that's not bad at all. They'll help you fight. But you have to knock them out. You can't kill them. Yeah, in order to tame them. Which is kind of a no-brainer, but I thought I'd reiterate. Sanctuary of the Muses, huh? What's up, hoser? I have no idea where the hell I am. Thank you, Mr. Socrates. Those are in the ground. I hate that shit. No, it's, okay, so the resources are randomly generated on the maps, and it has this habit of randomly generating onto the ground, or into the ground, where I can't get it. And I find it mildly annoying. Oh, I did finally find, a way to breathe underwater. Yeah, I found the Trident Poseidon. Yeah, and I also one of the times that I recently that I leveled up, I unlocked the ability to engrave that onto other things, like my helmet. But since I don't really use the weapons that I have in the secondary slot, I just have the trident equipped. So I have no idea where I am at all. Okay, I know I'm in the cave of the Oracle, but I don't know where I am in the cave of the Oracle because there's no map. Yeah, and now I don't know where I am. Yes, exactly. I did warn everybody that I'm exploring, so this is part of it, getting lost. Was he loving on you when you got up? That's probably why. Well, I know, but you left. You stopped and you left. And he's a cat. He wasn't ready for you to stop. Alright. I found my way out of the cave. Mm-hmm. Okay. I got out of the cave. Yeah, because I thought it said that there was loot, but like that wasn't what I was trying to do. I was trying to uncover uh question mark areas and then go to the synchronization point. Uh, and ended up literally going through a mountain, through the cave system. I believe I only have one more to go before Icarus is fully upgraded. No, he just upgraded. That was the last one I needed for. That's not the last synchronization point in the game, but that was the last one I needed for Icarus. Yeah, it means that I can hold on. It means that I can he can not only harass but damage enemies. So when I get surrounded, he will randomly attack one of the people trying to hurt me. Yep. He was already doing that, distracting them, which is awesome because he'll distract the other one. Like if I'm fighting two people, he'll distract one while I'm wailing on the other one. Uh, kitty kitty, sir. Little Miss or Pebbles? Ah. Hmm. Is your mom home? Okay, she's just not talking tonight, huh? Ah. They love you. Well, of course you do. Yeah. And I'm telling you that she thinks you need it, otherwise she wouldn't have tried doing it. So did you even have a game today? It was canceled. Okay. Some of those other guys might just be getting burnt out. Well, you guys have been playing twice a week for the entire month. Huh. I thought everybody had agreed to do it every Friday. Oh, that sucks. So you guys only got like, a little bit of... Yeah, so one game, so like one candy corn or whatever? So did you guys get enough to get anything?
Get out of here, Miss Dios!
Okay. Okay. Sir? Claws. Nails makes me think dog. I cooked chicken today. Yeah, mom asked me to start cooking the chicken, and so I did that, and then I made myself mac and cheese, and so the chicken's still technically cooking, I think. Um, but I ate the mac and cheese. That's all I've had to eat today, really, is the big bowl of mac and cheese. Dude, it's only 2 o'clock and I didn't get out of bed until like 10 a.m. You gotta remember, you're 3 hours ahead of me, man. I get on you because you're diabetic and you don't eat. Mm-hmm. It backfired, didn't it? Uh, I didn't win Publishers Clearinghouse. If I had won Publishers Clearinghouse, they would have been in my house today.
By Zeus! I would have been a goner there if it wasn't for you.
Lucky I came by.
Pleased to make your acquaintance. I'm Epi. Well, Epizilos, but my friends call me Epi. Not that I have friends, necessarily.
I'm Cassandra.
Charmed. You have the look of someone used to being out in the world.
You have the look of someone who... spends a lot...
I don't look like much, it's true. But when discovery knocks, what other choice is there? I have, in my possession, a Mycenaean tablet that leads to a sacred burial site. I'm calling it the Cave of the Oracle.
Good for you.
Mycenaeans were known for their elaborate grave sites, full of precious things.
How precious.
Ancient jewelry, ceremonial swords and daggers, so very precious. If you escort me, I'll show you.
How can I turn down the promise of precious things?
The fates have delivered you onto my path. Thus we travel together.
The fates have been known to have a sense of humor.
Happening upon you, hero, is fortuitous.
Glad to hear it. So, you dig through book roll?
No. Well, yes and no. I dig through dirt, too.
That's what farmers do.
I uncover our history. Sometimes, hopefully this time, we'll uncover ancient wonders.
I hate to break it to you, but clay pots and dirt aren't that wondrous to
I've
most.
dedicated my life to it. It's so much more than treasure to be looted.
Is it, though?
It's who we are. Knowing where we come from tells us where we are headed.
I'm helping an archaeologist.
People in your riddles.
Some people don't care about the past. They only want to steal something that will make them a few drachmi. Imagine that.
Hard to believe.
My peers are no more than treasure hunters and art dealers.
Well, you did mention precious jewels.
These ruins and relics are notoriously hard to find. I found this one through clever searching and deduction.
Tell me more about it.
Mycenaeans held specific rituals. Some tales speak of objects made by the gods.
Yes, the gods like to play their hand on occasion.
Think of this, Mystios. How would you like to have had the gods help you in battle?
A good warrior doesn't need any help from the gods, or anyone else.
True, true. But think of what we might find there.
You think we'll find something with this power?
See? Now are you interested?
I certainly am.
Now I'm back into the Cave of the Oracle with this guy. That's alright. Yeah. At least I have a cave, tour guide so
What's this?
far.
Stay back.
They seem drawn to this place. I hadn't expected that.
Does this have to do with whatever that name was you said?
The Mycenaeans? I don't see how they could know. It must be related to Trophonios. I'll observe them and see what I can learn.
Fine. I'll search further inside.
Wait! Take this steely piece. See if there are markings that match it.
Not much of a burial site.
Playing Odyssey. I'm trying to get as far as I can, if not completely have beaten it at least once, before 76 comes out. So basically in the next 5 days I'm trying to get as far as I can. I'll go this way because I went the other way last time. I can
This
see.
tiny piece looks like it can be placed.
Ooh, magic.
This is unexpected.
Oh, look, it's a tomb. I mean snakes. Okay, we're gonna go this way. I'll tell you this. When you start playing this game, if you ever do, when you go into tombs, walk softly and carry a torch. Because, yeah, because, well, snakes.
This is more elaborate than I thought.
Huh. Me? Oh. Okay, don't want to go down there yet. That's where I'm supposed to go, and I'm trying to explore the rest of the area. So I'm gonna go back the way I came. Okay, so I finished the area without getting the special thing. So I gotta go back the way I was. See, I chose a direction, went to what I thought was the end of the area. Said, okay, I need to go back, and explored the room that uh, was the one that I walked away from before on my first, go this way, no this way thing. Yeah, and discovered other things. So, and I'm looting the area before I continue. Okay, that's my way out.
Ah, this is more like it. Let's see what we have. This statue depicts a warrior. Ah, the markings match Epi's stone. Epi will want to see all of this.
Now I gotta go back to Epi. which is a really funny name for me because in my hometown there's this restaurant called Epi's. There's only two of them. It's a local restaurant,
We're in the right place.
but it's called
Unfortunately,
Epi's.
my friend, it's been looted. All I found was this armor.
That is highly significant. The Mycenaeans were a warrior culture, you know. So this must be a warrior's tomb.
Well, it's a decent piece, but where's the rest of it?
That was only one part of the stele. If we can find the others, I can decipher the text.
Maybe that will reveal more armor. The rest of the stele you speak of could be anywhere.
If I can find clues for where to look, are you interested in finding the other stele pieces?
I'll look for the others.
Excellent! Now, I need to see those markings. Let's go inside. I didn't expect the stele keystone to actually be a key.
I wonder what happens when all of them are in place.
Even with only part of the stele, I can start to decipher the writing.
What does it say?
I think that says of the gods.
Really? To think you were someone yelling for help not long ago.
Look at me now.
I think you're going to need all of them, though.
Oh,
According to this, it
conversation
seems
in
that
my
the
game.
stele pieces have been deliberately separated.
Wait, I found one already. It caught my eye.
By Zeus, you're a natural at this. Did it also come with armor?
Part of it?
There must be a piece of armor with each missing stele.
But why?
This section here refers to a ritual.
It doesn't explain why the armor was separated and hidden with a stele piece.
Maybe that was part of the ritual? We need to find the other stele pieces. Are you ready?
If we
Yes.
found these, then we'll find the other stele pieces too. I'll go look.
Even with the full keystone in place, some of the meaning may be lost on us.
I have faith in you.
Oh! You won't believe what this section says. Of the primordial gods. Primordial.
That's interesting.
That's ancient.
It could just be a prayer on behalf of the warrior.
That's what I thought too. Until I read this part.
There's more?
It mentions that the ritual will be activated.
What ritual?
I have no idea. I'm presuming it means we need all of the steles in place before something happens.
Do you have the location for the missing piece?
This text is hard to make sense of. It appears to be a warning. Be careful when you explore the tomb of Orion.
I'll be careful.
Orion.
Do any of your peers
None. My ways are too different for them.
If you're right, you'll gain their respect after this. Time to go.
All right. Time to go looking for pieces of stele so that I can do this thing with the armor. Stele are these keys, I guess is the best way to look at it, and each one has been sending me each one is next to a piece of armor, and it, you know, it unlocks a door and all sorts of stuff. So hold on. Okay, I need to go to Orion's tomb, which seems to be on the same island or area. It's not really an island as where I'm currently am. Oh, there it is. Okay, it's over. Yeah, it's over that way. Okay, I can just do that. I'm gonna do this quest, and as I do this quest, it's gonna reveal more of the map because I'm going through an area that I haven't explored yet. They have the map divided up by level, and some of the map like Kefalonia and Focus, and places, early game places, um, will level up with you. They'll be like I'm currently level 45, and Kefalonia is now level 41. So the easy areas, you know, early on, will level up to, you know, I guess by the time I get to level 50, they'll probably be like 43 or 44. And so they're still challenging. You can still get good experience, but they're not too hard. Yeah, yeah. Uh, Pardon me. And then there's other ones that were way above my level that now are level 41 because because of what my current level is. But there's still some areas that are um, above me, like uh, Lesbos is 46 to 50, Chios is 46 to 50, Limnos is 46 to 40 or 45 to 48, along with Thanos. You know, so there's still places where I could go, but I could potentially get my ass kicked as well because of how strong the creatures and people will be in that area. Oh, son of a bitch, come on. Thank you. Stupid boar. So, there's only 6 levels to the spear, but you have to defeat all of the cultists except for the leader, I believe, in order to upgrade it. Because you need 22 shards to go and update it, and I think I've only got like, how many do I got now? 2. So there's still 20 shards that I need to upgrade it. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah. I gotta defeat all except for Demos or Alexios and the leader in order to do the final level up for the spear. I've actually completely, how I showed you that picture where you got the inner circle and then each inner circle has a branch that goes to their minions or whatever. I have completely killed off 2 of those branches, but the leaders are level 50, so I haven't killed the inner circle members yet. But I basically have killed off 10 of the cultists because there's 5 in each branch. And I'm getting to the level now where I can start going after the others that are here, because there's one that's level 41, there's one that's level 47. Yeah, this one's 45. There's one that I've unlocked that he's 49, so I can't quite go up against him yet. His number's in the red. But I just have to get around to, figuring out where people are. Well, yeah, and uncovering where certain cultists are, because I'm pretty sure some of the cultists that I haven't unveiled yet are ones that are not super high level. I just haven't bothered to go looking for them. So I've been focusing more on exploring and doing side quests and working on getting up the mercenary tiers, and working on the arena to become the last arena match that I did. The guy that used to be the hero of the arena, but is now the door guy. He actually came to see me fight. Yeah, he hadn't stepped foot inside the arena in decades, and but he came to see me because I asked him. Yeah, he didn't say anything. It was like a cinematic thing when I won the fight. So yeah. Oh, I found Thebes. Cool. Thebes is still a Greek city today. No, Thebes. It sounds a lot like, but it's spelled with a B. You got your eye licked? Yeah. Yeah. Go. Why won't you jump off the roof? It jumped off the cliff that was right next to the roof, and it was the same height. But it wouldn't jump off the roof. That means that they coded it weird. Where am I? Let's see. Okay, I want to go over here. Man, I think I'm getting sick again. No. Ha! That was bad. I just... freaking annoying. I just got over being sick. I refuse to be sick again. Yeah. I know. What? Oh, cool.
Whatever you're after, you're too late. They're all gone. Dead or mad.
I don't understand. Who did this to you?
I don't understand it myself. My brethren and I were drawn to this place, but madness took over. We fought over the artifact. One of them grabbed it and ran.
Grabbed the Steely?
Search the caves. That's where they'll be hiding. Beware the... They're beyond reason.
Gonna need the Steely first. I went to the tomb. Turned out there's this guy and his brethren, is how he puts it, had gone there, had been drawn there, and the minute that they got near the Steely, they went insane or whatever and started killing each other, and now they're hiding in a cave nearby, and I'm gonna have to go and most likely kill them to get the Steely back. So, and then I have to go back to the Temple of Orion, or Tomb of Orion, I should say, and grab it back. If they put a belt, in the Orion's tomb, I'm gonna laugh my ass off. It would be funny, and it would be appropriate. It would be a really good reference to the. Well, yeah. That's. Well, yeah, but it's a Greek constellation.
Was the Steely influencing them in some way?
I'm not leaving until I get my. There we go. Alright. Cave of Madness is complete. Huzzah! Okay, so the Tomb of Orion was where the Steely was. There is no... There's a tomb, there's actual tomb there, but like... For some reason, it's trying to take me back to give the Steely back instead of going back to the tomb. No, I think going to the tomb was enough. That I don't have to go in, and the piece of armor for and Steely and all that stuff. You know, the door for the Steely are not here. They're not in the tomb. So like, I'm gonna go back to the tomb because that means that there's yeah, there's a ability point in it for me to go and do the tomb. Alright, and that's it for today's stream. Thank you for coming and saying hi, Other Derek, and I will talk to you guys maybe tomorrow. I don't know. Talk at you later. Say goodbye, Jack.